Hello and welcome to the Team WoW News podcast. Today is the 24th of March 2012. I'm in the studio alongside Jonathon and Bryan. How's it going, John?
Very good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, because Team WoW are on top of things at the moment. Booked their place in the finals in second spot.
Yes, indeed. Second spot on goal difference, and they're going to go ahead and try and beat backhanded Panthers for a spot in the final.
Yes, indeed. Plenty to talk about today. We're going to be looking forward to that. We're also going to be looking back to the last game. 13-1 against Van Diemen's.
Smashed them, absolutely smashed those guys. Van
Killed
Diemen's.
him 5 goals to Foster 4 to Scott. We'll be talking all about that. Also, Sol Foster, John. You caught up with him in the week.
And did you catch up with him as well?
We did. We both caught up with him.
That's right.
At separate times and together. We had several meetings with him, and that was really enjoyable. Getting to know the man behind the mystery, the enigma that is Sol Foster.
Yes, indeed. We'll talk all about that. We'll also chat about some stats.
Yes, indeed. In John's 6 stats in 6 seconds. My favourite portion of the program.
Indeed, mine too.
Yes, indeed, and we'll try to get to a few callers if we can.
Well, let's see what happens. That's all to come on Team WoW Futsal Blind Spot Podcast.
All right, John, let's talk about last week. 13-1 against Van Diemen's, the biggest win for Team WoW this season.
Foster scoring 5, of course, but the first goal was from Scott. Great goal. Bryan set him up.
It was a beauty. That came after 1 goal from Van Diemen's, their only goal, but it was the first goal. Confused Team WoW a little bit. They bounced back, as you say, with Scott, and from there it was one-way traffic.
5 in the first half, I believe, and then 7 or 8 more in the second.
And 3 nutmegs on the keeper.
Well, it could have been 3. Yeah,
Could have been 3.
Could have been 2, or could have been 3.
Or it could have been more than 3. It can't be easy to take. However they come.
It's got a hoit.
It's got a hoit. Huge game. Van Diemen's obviously were vying for a spot in the finals, and their hopes have been dashed really now, haven't they?
They've had it. Van Diemen's, they cactus. They are going home without any silverware at all.
Yes, indeed. Let's talk about the finals, John. That's up next.
The finals.
The finals are upon us.
They are.
Team WoW face backhanded Panthers.
Very exciting.
A team they played only recently. It was a close run thing, John.
4-3 in that. Indeed, Scott. A couple of goals. Gale, a couple of goals. Immense in defence. I've always said that about Gale, and it certainly proved true on that night. 4-3, but backhanded Panthers hitting the woodwork.
On track in attack from Scott as well, as you say. A bit of woodwork was hit, metalwork rather. 6 or 7 times they hit the post, couple off the inside of the post, and it was frustration from them, and it was a clear warning to Team WoW that, hey, this team mean business, and maybe they were lucky last time. Maybe they won't be so lucky in the finals.
Lots of fortune, but can they rely on that one in the final, semi-final, of course? And everyone will be accountable. I mean, it's finals football.
And you say everyone will be accountable. Everyone will probably be there, which was not the case for the first game against the backhanded Panthers. Team WoW really had to pull together. But this time they should have a full complement.
Going in with a great amount of confidence on the back of that 13-1 win, and as you say, full complement should be had unless things go awry, but certainly they have a lot more confidence than last time, so I think that'll hold them in good stead.
Certainly. Now this is their first taste of finals football for a little while, since before Jono went away, actually, John O'Brien. When they faced Clare Street Elite, beat them 6-5 in the semi-final. They had a huge run there, lost in the final. Maybe they can do one better this time.
They got smashed in that final, but I think this time they're really looking good together, and I think they can go all the way if they get a good run. And well, we'll have to see what happens, I guess. But that's going to be really interesting. And as we've kind of alluded to, backhanded Panthers. I mean, they got a bit unlucky, and that was due to probably they've got a couple of good strengths up there in attack. They've got a guy who can hold the ball. They've got this tactic there. He holds the ball, he looks for the pass, they go in, they score goals.
Certainly. And look, Team WoW, the Team WoW defence, Gale and Kid were on their best form to keep them out, keep them at bay on the night. But whether they can do that again, certainly Team WoW are just going to have to focus on defence. Make sure they're strong back there, and the chances will come.
Hopefully Foster will be a barometer again, and hopefully he can put a few in. But yeah, as you said, the defence very important. We'll see what happens in that match. Let's think about some other stuff in life.
Let's do that. Next, we'll be talking about Sol Foster. That's up next on the program. Sol Foster, John.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Oh dear.
Averaging over 3 goals a game. Scored more goals for Team WoW than any other player.
Ever.
He's just a phenomenal talent, and we both caught up with him, John.
We did.
During the week. What did he say to you?
Clearly, well, he just talked a bit about how he was going, how the futsal world was treating him. And
how's it treating him?
Well, it's treating him well, obviously. Since that 5-goal haul, he was a little unsure of himself before that match, he told me. But after that match, full of confidence, brimming with confidence.
Indeed. Well, look, Foster has never really looked like the kind of guy that's lacking for confidence, let's say. Certainly not in front of goal.
Certainly.
He averages 5 to 10 times more shots
than any other player.
In the competition. That's not limited to Team WoW. Any other player in the competition.
In any competition.
But also averages more goals, John. Is it worth it? That's the question. Foster certainly seems to think it is. But some fans remain unconvinced.
Polarised the fans when we talked about it last time on the poll. And again, we're going to have to crank that poll up maybe next week, or we'll see what happens in this coming match and see if Foster can really deliver. But certainly, no, as both of us thought, we got the impression, humble guy.
He's a humble guy, and that's the interesting thing. I mean, and look, he's got a life outside of futsal. It's not all about the game, which is refreshing in a sense.
But they all have lives outside of the game, let's be honest.
They do.
They're passionate about their club.
They do.
But they lead interesting lives.
They do.
Alex Kidd and Sol Foster, both of these interviewees.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of them, they play the game on Sunday and, during the week, forget about it. It's not like they're up late, 2 o'clock in the morning, recording shows.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, working on something to do with the club.
It's good to have that sort of perspective. As we know, futsal isn't everything, but it's everything on this show, John. And Sol Foster's certainly playing it well.
Yeah, he's playing a great game. Sol Foster, well, he's
and making a run up the table of top scorers, John. But all that next on 6 stats in 6 seconds with John Bryan. I'm looking forward to it, John. All right, it's time for 6 stats in 6 seconds, where John O'Brien tries to spit out, if he can, the 6 most important stats of the week. He's counting his fingers now. He's doing a little bit of a revision. John, how are you feeling? Are you ready?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely ready for this one.
All right, John, your time starts now.
Number 1 is, of course, Nutmeg King. Number 2, Assist Master. Number 3, most goals scored and least assists as well. Number 4 has got to be the biggest win. Number 5, Team WoW, second from goal difference. Number 6 is 4 wins.
And that is time up, John. You just got it in there. 6 stats in 6 seconds. Well done, John.
Cheers, appreciate it.
Let's talk about a couple of those stats. Number 1, what was that?
Nutmeg King. Nutmeg King's got to be Jonathon Bryan. Now, he averages about 5 nutmegs a game.
5 nutmegs a game. Is that verified?
Yeah.
It is verified. 5 nutmegs a game from John Bryan. So he's averaging more nutmegs a game than he's scored all up. That is incredible. Do you think the focus is maybe a little bit off where it should be at the moment for Bryan?
I do not think that. I think nutmegs are a key element in his game.
You think so?
I think so. It gives him confidence. It accumulates the opposition. As you can see by the goal he scored against the keeper the other night.
Certainly, it was a beauty. It's the sort of goal that's going to demoralise the keeper, not just for one match, but probably for the rest of his playing career. Something like that will be haunting him. Every one-on-one situation he'll be thinking, will I be getting nutmegged? That's a possibility.
Yeah, Assist King is the second one now. That also goes to Jay Bryan.
Jay Bryan. Again, a double feature for the man.
Racks up 5 assists last game. It was really interesting to see, and that really
He seems to have an obsession with the number 5, this man, Bryan. Does everything in 5s. 5 assists. That is incredible. And look, certainly I've noticed that he seems to have shifted his position a little bit. He used to play out-and-out striker. He went away for a while, come back. He seems to have reinvented himself.
Yeah, he's redefined the role of Jonathon Bryan as a bit of a central midfield attacking player, supporting the guys around him and really linking up well. So 5 assists is really good and really encouraging to see. The third stat that I wanted to mention was surely the biggest win. Can't go past that. 13-1 against Van Diemen's. Great win.
Fantastic win.
Already talked a bit about it, but
we did. So let's move on.
That's one of the stats.
Least goals conceded, John.
Did I mention that? May have, may not have, but it doesn't matter. It's really important, and I should have mentioned it.
Team WoW.
When you concede the least goals, which is what Team WoW have done.
Which is a difficult skill in futsal when goals are flying everywhere.
Goals are going all over the place. Team WoW have managed to limit the damage, and that's got to be due to Risk and his defenders. The wall, they call Alec. He's not playing for them this season, but there's certainly a wall up in the defence for Team WoW.
Yes, indeed, John. Can you remember any others, John?
I can't remember anything.
That we need to talk about
I can't remember
here.
anything. Let's
Also,
go to the next.
4 wins in 5, John.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's huge for Team WoW. Consistency is something they've constantly struggled with, and that's a massive record to be taking into finals.
It is. Let's go to the next segment, and that's callers.
Callers, I love this segment, John.
Where we get to talk with everyone around the world, everywhere.
I really enjoy it. What are the lines looking like at the moment?
Let's have a look here. 1, 2, yeah, well, that one, oh dear. So they're all full.
Lines are full.
No one else can call, guys. Stop calling because the lines are full.
We got callers coming in from all over the place.
Coming out our
moment,
ears,
John.
the callers. Israel,
Unfortunately,
Russia,
I think we've
China,
come to the end of the program. And
Kazakhstan,
again,
quite a few from Kazakhstan.
a couple from Kazakhstan, Dominican Republic, etc. Plenty coming in, John.
Panama, a couple from there.
Couple from Panama, all right.
There's also a call from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Chile.
A big shout out to all our friends in South America, John.
Certainly.
A
lot of callers from there because, of course, that's where futsal's from.
It is indeed where futsal's from. Unfortunately, we spent some
What's
time
from
talking
Brazil?
about callers, John.
Oh.
But I don't think we're going to get to any today.
My
We
mistake.
will definitely, I promise, a personal pledge, we will get to your calls next week.
Next week it is, Jordan. Well, that's fair enough, but no time this week for anything else except goodbye. So goodbye from me, Jonathan Bryan, and we'll see you later.